What to do in these early days of the school holidays, add in some grizzly weather, and the answer for all of you parents and caregivers out there might just be a trip to the movies. And just in the nick of time, she's so pumped. I don't even need to read the rest of this intro, but the film gods have delivered with the Super Mario Galaxy movie, bringing all of the characters from the video game back to the big screen. Screen queen, my queen, Kate Rodger is with us now.
Now, you and I both know that when it comes to going to movies that involve gaming, because I'm not a kind of a gamer, and Max, my son, he doesn't have a Nintendo, but I get how passionate people are, and Nintendo's been around for so long.
People get upset.
People, yeah, they do, and their characters. I actually likened this in a weird way because also Tova, given how long you've known me and how you've really genuinely appreciated my addiction to the Star Wars community and lore of Star Wars. If anyone had kind of sat in a Star Wars film and then reviewed it the way I'm about to review the Super Mario Brothers, which is, I have no idea who any of these characters are.
Oh.
Like, I thought Super Mario was a pizza chain, and then I sat down and... I know, I'm expecting just the Nintendo hate mail to come pouring in. So I sat in a cinema, it was full, it was very much kind of a younger generation of kid, but then there was, behind me was like 2 or 3 rows, which I think was a massive extended family of 3 generations, and they were absolutely loving it.
That is the endorsement,
and that is
isn't
the
it?
endorsement. And also that kind of knowledge that when it comes to characters that are beloved to you and you see them on a big screen in a film. So anyway...
And then you pass it on to your kids as well. Like, one of my favourite things is watching films that I loved with my stepdaughter and seeing her light up over Back to the Future or over Empire Strikes Back.
Thank you, Empire Strikes Back. I completely agree. So I did appreciate it from that perspective. And one of the things with these movies, you've got kind of the Mushroom Kingdom. You've got the brothers, Luigi and Mario, obviously, and they introduce new characters who I have no clue who they are, but
Bowser.
when they're introduced...
Oh, it's not new.
You know Bowser.
Bowser's an old character though, isn't he?
Yeah, but when he comes on screen, everyone's like clapping. And we've got Jack Black and Chris Pratt. We've got really great voice artists who are bringing these characters to light. So there is so much kinetic energy. The animation is so engaging. It's like a candy store animation situation, which for me was just like, whoa,
overwhelming.
This is quite overwhelming. But everybody was into it. And it was a linear enough story that you could follow along. I did get the sense...
It didn't confuse you too much, in the Mario
No, it
universe.
doesn't very much. Still waiting for the pizza delivery, but that didn't happen. And I could follow the story along. Obviously, they're in space, and it's joyous with a little bit of peril. But I got the sense that perhaps it's for a younger kid. It's either people who are really into the Nintendo Super Mario universe, or the younger kid, which is just kind of pinned to the back of their seat going, there's so much going on. And I will say, in this age of 4.5-hour long films, it was perfectly pitched at, the 90 minutes, and then everyone's ejected back out into the world. But I know that Ali shares my love of Goat, so we know that there are a lot of options, and there's also Pixar's Hoppers that's also on in the cinemas as well. So when it comes to this weather, as you talked about, you've got a lot of choice when it comes to animated films, and with the Artemis 2, woo!
Oh my God!
Did you see that?
No flies on it. It's not actually a fly. It was a mosquito.
Oh, that
was
even
a trap.
Better. So you're telling me I didn't kill it?
No, you didn't. You're living in your own video game.
Okay, that's super awkward. I've been on television a long time. I've never missed killing a mosquito live on air.
Like a cat.
Oh my God.
You wouldn't kill the end boss in Super Mario.
Moving on. Project Hail Mary is still on in cinemas, and I feel like, especially with the Artemis 2 crew shouting out Project Hail Mary, our love of space at the moment, we're still just seeing people running to that film, mainly too because it's such a warm hug. So I think that film's doing really well in cinemas over the holidays too.
And then kind of at the slightly other end of the spectrum, and we talked about this before we came on camera, you have to tread carefully here.
Very
because
carefully.
There is a big twist in the drama, but it has all the ingredients for me. It's psychological, it's romantic, it's a dark comedy, it's got Robert Pattinson, it's got Zendaya.
And it is called exactly that, The Drama. Now, you're absolutely right. It was about 8 months, 9 months ago, and suddenly Reddit lit up because there had been a leak or someone had seen an early cut or seen some rushes and got this particular spoiler. And it's a big spoiler, and we can avoid it very, very easily. Essentially, you've got Zendaya, Robert Pattinson. They have kind of a meet-cute in a cafe, and then we leap forward to the week before their wedding, and they're having a kind of a dinner to sample the wine and food at the venue with their two best mates. And they have a few wines and they start chatting. Alana Haim, oh my goodness, from the band Haim. She is extraordinary. We talk about Robert Pattinson and Zendaya in this film, but she is such a highlight. She was Licorice Pizza in the lead role, popped up in one battle after another. I just want to watch her over and over. And as the friend, and when this dinner descends into what? Because they decide to share what's the worst thing you've ever done.
Ever done, or what's the worst thing a couple could ever share?
What a person has ever done and shares it with the group.
Oh,
so
I'm not going to share that with this group.
No.
Group right
I'm
now.
not going to share. It's not the forum, Tova. In a couple of weeks, I'll be asked, and it'll be like, I missed a mosquito live on air. They go around and reveal some, like, kind of ish, like things that you might not be proud of, and then Zendaya reveals hers, and it's an absolute, like, it's just. Everything changes, and from there on in, a week out of the wedding, it becomes this incredible conversation about what you think you know about a person, how it changes obviously your relationship. But Robert Pattinson's character, Charlie, kind of careens off into a sort of a madness, but at the same time, he's trying to keep appearances as well. For me, I found it psychologically so engaging and so fascinating, but also it's labelled as a dark comedy, and I remember thinking afterwards, did I laugh? I don't think I found it that funny. But then I realised I did, but it's that really kind of uncomfortable, awkward laughing. Because yes, there are some amazingly comic moments, but it's a really interesting conversation point, and fascinatingly, because I'm always the loser sitting on their own in a cinema, and I looked around to see who I could talk to, and there was no one there. There was lots of people talking to each other, and they don't care about me, but lots of, as soon as the credits started rolling, chat. So it's been a really, really interesting. I love stories that kind of open you up and have conversations, and sometimes they can be quite confrontational when they do so. And I love when stories do that. These two performances, Zendaya, I mean, we're about to see her in season 3 of Euphoria. It lands anytime. She's extraordinary, he's extraordinary, and if you're in the mood and you fancy a bit of drama, then the drama is for you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Kate Rodger, film critic. Those people, I got to say, those people that didn't talk to you in this they were the ones missing out. It was their loss.
You know who you are.
You saw Kate Rodger chatting away to herself in the cinema.
Wow! So what if I did?
Love your work, Kate, always. Thank you so much.
All righty.